All right, so here's my homework project. So basically, I am placed at Jewish Family Services, more specifically the Positive Parenting Program there. I am helping with a pilot program in which the parent graduates of the Positive Parenting Program will in turn become what we call parent ambassadors for the program. Basically, what we hope for this program is that the parents would become advocates for the program. They kind of give their own knowledge and experience of the program to new parents. And then, if that program works out well, then we will hopefully have them create a networking system between the parents, and then they can expand and create like meetings and seminars for topics that they're more interested in. So, like substance abuse, immigration, that sort of stuff that the Positive Parenting Program doesn't really talk about. Um, so I guess that's basically what I do there. I also, besides help start the program, basically my job is to try and create a sustainable program. I'm supposed to help be able to sustain the program after I leave. Um, so on to the second question. So basically, what I feel like I'm getting out of this experience is just knowledge of how nonprofits work. Basically, I never realized how hard it was to actually start a program and actually go from like the process of like brainstorming to actually implementing it. I mean, I've been at the program for 9 months, like a really long time, and we're just now like barely starting to implement it. So just that knowledge. Um, Also, just greater knowledge of what's out there in the community for people. I didn't realize, I mean, just JFS alone has so many different programs that are available, from on the go to food pantries to the Positive Parenting Program. So, just a better knowledge of what community health programs actually have to offer. Um, and so I guess that's basically what I'm learning, and that's what I'm getting out of this experience is just more knowledge of community health programs. Let's see. Now on to the third question. So yeah, this was a really hard question to answer. There haven't been necessarily any like big challenges, except for the fact that it has taken us so long to get to this point where we actually like put in like the volunteer form for our project. But I guess if I had to choose one, it would be the fact that when me and my supervisor presented the program to the other parent educators, they kind of like were like, no, no, that's not what we thought. Like, this is what we want. And like the whole like having to combat, well, not combat, but just like integrate their ideas with ours, and to realize like, oh, shoot, like we were kind of on the wrong track with what we wanted to do, but we were able to get back on track, and we're able to now, I mean, like I said, we put in the request for volunteers, and we're on like the fast track to being able to bring people in and to actually implement the program. So yeah, I was like kind of uncomfortable because it was like we worked so hard on this, and then we go there and then everyone's like, no, no, we don't really like that. But then it helped me realize that to integrate ideas is a good thing, because now our program, I feel like, will be more sustainable and we'll be able to reach more people with their ideas. Let's see, on to the next question. I mean, so some of the organizational problems I noticed, I mean, this is just with any nonprofit, just staff. Like with a positive parenting program, for example, I mean, there are not enough parent educators to like basically fill the demand of the seminars. And like I've noticed, like my supervisors and all the parent educators just stress out like when the seminars come, and like trying to find people to watch the kids that the parents bring and to like be able to put on these seminars. And I can see that it's stressful, but the fact that we are doing the positive parenting pilot program, it directly relates to this. I mean, the parents who are going to be part of the program to be the parent ambassadors are going to be helping out the parent educators and are going to be able to fill the gap of like just having time to talk to the parents and to create a network with them. So what I'm doing, it directly relates to that sort of organizational problem that we have, to help the staff in any way that we can. Um, and so the second to last question, um, I mean, like I said, I'm not really entirely too sure how I can contribute or combat the issues of equity and access around health. I mean, I'm volunteering for JFS and they're doing an excellent job, and I guess I'm contributing in that way. But I guess my contribution more stems from the fact that I'm gaining knowledge of these issues, and through the CHS, through the CHS, through the CHA program, I'm learning more about them, and so that knowledge will, you know, the fact that I have this knowledge, then I can like, I'm more aware of it, and I can advocate for more equity and public health with whatever I do. So I guess that would be how I would contribute, not on a big scale, but just on a more like personal scale, like being an advocate and knowing about these problems. And so last question, my favorite moment of being in CHA so far. It's actually been the people I've met at JFS. I absolutely love working with them. They're so fun and nice and friendly and open. Like I was really nervous being there. I didn't know anyone, and I get really nervous in those situations. But like now, I feel comfortable like just being there, and like I know that like they, I know that I'm doing good there, and like they accept me, and I accept them. So I think that's like my favorite part of actually being a CHA so far. Um, so yeah, that was a little longer than 3 minutes, but hopefully that answered your questions.